When you're eating seafood like this, there's nothing better than a view like this. And you can't get any closer to the water without being on a boat than Captain Carlo's in Gloucester.
When you come and you have lunch or you have dinner, not only are you having a great meal in a pretty atmosphere and a pretty view, you're also watching Gloucester's waterfront at work. We still are the oldest seaport in Gloucester. They still unload boats next door, so you can actually see their catch of the day coming off the boat, and in realizing that's where it all comes from.
It's just a very comfortable, relaxed, fun feeling.
What started as a small fish business decades ago has turned into a sprawling indoor and outdoor full-service restaurant with incredible views, cold beers, lots of seating, and a sun-soaked patio bar situated directly on the oldest fishing port in America.
We sit directly on the docks here. This is the focal point of Gloucester where the majority of the fish comes in and they unload right here. It's a treat for people that are here that don't see this very often, that aren't used to being on the water, and actually see the fish that are being caught, so you can't get it any fresher.
Rosemary Cranston runs Captain Carlo's along with her family. They named the place after her grandfather, Captain Carlo Shimataro, who sold his fishing boat 60 years ago so he could buy the property. Eventually, the fish market started selling the thick and creamy clam chowder that made them famous. Later, fried seafood became the calling card, and to this day, the fisherman's platter is a huge hit.
Our fisherman's platter, I think, surprises a lot of people. People will come, and there may be 2 or 3 people, and they'll each order a fisherman's platter, and our wait staff will say, "You sure? Are you sure it's big?"
It gives you everything. It gives you your fish, your scallops, your clams, your shrimp, your french fries, your coleslaw, and it's just heaping mound of fish.
If you want to come and you want to try a little bit of everything that Gloucester has to offer, that's definitely the choice, and you won't be disappointed.
How could you be disappointed with a sunny day, a nice sea breeze, and ocean-fresh seafood like plump Ipswich steamers, generous lobster quesadillas, and an award-winning lobster bisque?
Our lobster bisque is not your typical lobster bisque. Most places, it's very fine, the lobster pieces. We have chunks. It's a very rich, it is homemade. We make it right here. Then we add lobster meat as we're cooking it, and then at the end we add more lobster meat chunks. So pretty much every bite you're getting lobster.
It makes a lot of sense. After all, local lobstermen offload their daily catch right outside.
We do have a tank in the restaurant. We hold all our lobsters live, so nothing's being brought in, cooked or anything. Everything is done to order.
Then they're picked out, thrown in our steamer, and then served to you, hot.
There's nothing quite like sweet steamed lobster out on the deck, or a big bowl of ridiculously cheesy lobster mac and cheese. But the lobster BLT might be even better. Served with a side of golden hand-battered onion rings, it's like a lobster roll gone wild, featuring a full sliced lobster tail, herb-infused mayo, and crispy curly bacon on a grilled ciabatta roll.
Takes a BLT and makes it a Gloucester BLT.
And then there's the Gloucester-style Lazy Man's Lobster Pie, a dish that's definitely all it's cracked up to be.
Our Lazy Man lobster pie is for the people who don't want to go through the extra work. It's very good. It comes out bubbling hot. They put it in the broiler, they top it off, and it comes out hot with a little side of drum butter.
In the nice weather, Captain Carlo's is packed all day and well into the night. At lunchtime, there's a juicy French dip sandwich. For dinner, surf and turf flies out of the kitchen, and there's even a massively delicious chicken parmesan made with the family's famous marinara.
The sauce is my recipe that I do at home, that my grandmother taught me. So it's definitely shows our Italian side.
A lot has changed since the days when a little fish market stood here, but the seafood and the spirit of Captain Carlo remain the same.
It's still a family-run restaurant. We're not a chain. We care about our customers. We want to make sure everybody has an experience, kind of like if you were at your own table and you invited people over at your house.
Just to come to Gloucester, enjoy the view, enjoy the weather, enjoy the food, and the atmosphere just adds to it. And I want them to remember that it was a great place to go.